Okay. I think it's sensitive. Okay, I had to rush. I had to rush here, y'all. So I tried to give myself a little wiggle room to be here on time, but that didn't work. All right, so my 5 fairies, what's up? I see all y'all in the chat. So greetings to everybody in the chat. Okay. I have to get my cards set up. Like I was not prepared because I just got off of work and then I barely got in the house. I gave myself like 15 minutes to get ready, set up and all that stuff, find the deck that I want to use, all that jazz. So happy Friday, you guys. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Some of you guys, it's probably Saturday where you are. No? Or whenever you're watching this, even if you're not watching it live, it's okay. If it's for you, you'll find it in the divine time that you need it. Okay. So, how is everybody feeling? Is this women's only? No, anybody could be, part of the fairy gang. I think they have male fairy emojis too, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they do. Okay. We're going to get started here. All right, so we're going to get started on this. So we're going to do a Book of Destiny reading, and we're going to do a ritual to tap in to your own destiny. You can tap into your own Book of Destiny, and I'm going to do like a little tarot exercise that you guys can do for yourself, just maybe as a journaling exercise or like something to refer back to. So first fairy I see is Natalie, second Brianna, Brianna. Okay, Natalie said hi first, but Brianna technically was the first fairy. So Natalie, Deandra, Capi, and then Black Star. So pretty much everybody that's on here. So if I called your name, one question, one topic, it's your choice. One question or one topic, and I'll do a quick one card pull for you, and then we'll get into the collective reads. Okay. We'll get into the collective read for tonight, which is the Destiny, our Destiny alignment read. So I hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. Today was pretty cool. It was a nice day today. We had some more. I always talk about food. Hey, we had a potluck at work yesterday. Today we celebrated and we had pizza. So they provide pizza. So I had 2 days of free lunch. Can't complain. And then on top of that, I won a gift card today. So I'm like, yeah. It was a raffle. I wasn't expecting to get nothing, but I sure did. I put my intention in like, okay, I want an Amazon gift card because I know they have the Amazon gift card, they have the Apple gift card, and then they had the Starbucks gift card. I'm like, I want that Amazon because I'm an Amazon girl, okay? And I want my Amazon gift card. So hey, it was a good day today. Good Venus day today. So yeah, I loved it. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed your Friday. And if not, I hope that you guys feel better for the rest of your night, your day, your evening, wherever you guys are in the world. So I'm just waiting. Let's see. Michelle. Hi. Hi, sis. Barely made it. Barely made it good. So Brianna, your question was I would like to know the energy surrounding your next first date. And I believe, Natalie, you're saying, what about your career, like your job situation or like your career path? Deandra, just the energy surrounding your current love interest. I know it was nice. And then I need, let me see, Brianna, Natalie, Deandra, Solange. Hello, greetings. Brianna, Natalie, Deandra, and it's like I'm missing somebody. Hold on. Yeah. Capi. Rise, I think that's how you say it, and Black Star. So I need your questions too, you guys. Let me make a note so I can put my timestamps. So let's see. Fairy reads. Let's do 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Collective read. And Destiny Ritual. So I can have my timestamps ready, okay? Make a note of it. All right. Good. And Brandon, you said you just want a random pool. Okay. So let's start from the top. Brianna, you want to know the energy surrounding your next first date. The energy surrounding your next date. All right. Let's see what's up. Let's see. Divine Spirit, thank you for your divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity for the collective of those who are receiving a reading tonight for themselves, as well as a collective message. I pray for divine protection to surround us, our angels, our ancestors, and guides. Ooh. We would have to start off with a card falling. Fuck that. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I believe this is a bamboo. I'm getting something with luck too. I don't know if bamboos mean luck, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this. It could be like for one, I feel like it's gonna make you feel appreciated. Like whoever you go out on a date with, it's like the setup around it seems very nurturing. This might sound stupid, but this is what I'm getting. Like, um, I don't know if this is feathers, but they look like nipples to me, like a multitude of nipples. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hope I'm not the only one that sees nipples on this, but I feel like you might get a lot of like, let's say for instance, this person is very, very courteous. Not like where it feels like fake or like they're doing too much or trying to play like the nice guy, but it does feel organic. It does feel like this person really it makes you feel nurtured. So maybe this person could be an earth sign, they could be a water sign person, or they just give off this real down to earth, real like a comfortable, safe vibe. Like you feel comfortable, you feel safe around this person. It feels really good. It could be a reason for it feeling like a lucky situation, whether it's like the circumstances up to the meeting of this person or something around setting up the first date, or let's say like this person's car breaks down or you get stuck in traffic. um the date may end up really well. Like it might seem like, oh, this is weird, but everything just seems to align later and it all clicks. It's like I keep getting like a lucky type of feeling or lucky vibe. So first date does seem, whoever this energy, this individual that could be coming in, I don't want to put too much emphasis on a zodiac, but like I said, I do feel like an earth sign type of vibe, type of person, or water sign energy that's very like nurturing, down to earth, that type of energy. I'm out of breath. What was I doing? Okay. What the hell is going on with my device? My device is tripping. Okay. So Brianna, that was your reading. I hope that was, I don't know, exciting or something. I hope it's something positive. But yeah. So that's what I'm getting for your one card question. Natalie, I believe you wanted to know about career. So let's ask about career. And then we'll get into the destiny read after a couple more of you guys. Oh, the cards. Damn it, Rays. All right. Nine of Swords. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. So yeah, Solange, this is only for the first 5 people that left a fairy emoji. I try to do this every Friday. That's what I've been doing every Friday at least for the Ghetto Fairy Fridays. So yeah, if you didn't leave a fairy emoji, the first 5 of you didn't leave it, then No free reads. If you guys want to book a reading with me, you can. Okay. So, anywho, Natalie, you have the Nine of Swords. So, as far as your career goes, I'm getting it's not something that you need to worry about. There is this energy, though, too, of like showing gratitude for what you do have when you have it. Um, Absolutely, Solange. You're welcome anytime to pop up on a Friday with us. Um, but yeah, I get this feeling that whatever it is that's in the back of your mind or maybe even the forefront of your mind, it's not something that you need to worry about. And this woman is showing like it looks like some sort of um reverence to this deity here, like she's worshiping this deity. I would what I'm getting from that is like mentally, what energy are you giving your power to? Are you giving your energy towards positive thoughts? It's like a deposit, an energetic deposit. Where are you putting or placing your mindset around? Is it worry and fear, negativity? Are you bowing down to that energy basically? Um, oh, thank you, Solange. Or is it that you're giving it, to positive things, to gratitude, thankfulness for where you are, what you do have, or the capabilities that you or the opportunities that could still present itself to you? It's something with that Nine of Swords. It's like you have to confront or face a fear that you have around career or worry that you have around fear. Um, or fear, career. Yeah, like who or what are you giving your power away to? Okay. Who are you giving your power away to, or where is your thoughts giving power to? Because that shapes a lot of where your worry is coming from or how it's affecting you is coming from. It's like simple science. Like, you know, be mindful of where your energy goes. And some of it I feel is literally just it's like I'm not getting that it's not something that you shouldn't be concerned about. I feel like these are things that are natural, but the consumption of the fear is what is needing to be regulated, if that makes sense. Because around the energy around your career, like whatever it is that you're fearing, because that's what I'm picking up. It's just more so of a lot of worry and fear and what if this, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, or I don't have this, or how is this going to work, or is this going to work? It's a lot of that type of energy. It's a lot of anxiousness. And some of the things that you're worried about, I feel like it's kind of your own, how do I say this? Like, because I don't, because sometimes like I feel like I be insensitive or sound like I come off when I say things like it's insensitive, but it feels more so like you're deceiving your own self into thinking that whatever it is that you're worried about is something worth putting your energy towards, or it might even be things that haven't even happened yet. It's like a lot of hypothetical things, if that makes sense, that's causing anxiousness or anxiety. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you, Natalie. I hope that makes sense. And you're welcome, Brianna. Thank you, sis, for popping up. Hey, Tawanda. Happy Venus Day. So, Deandra, your question is energy surrounding your current love interest, just general energy surrounding your love interest. I actually do have room for one more person because one of the people that left an emoji, they didn't respond to what their question was. So let me see who was after. And if you're not on here, I'm gonna have to skip you. Michelle was the last person. After Black Star, Michelle left an emoji. So if you're on here, Michelle, let me know. If not, I'll go to the next person that didn't get a reading yet. So DeAndre, what is the general energy around your love interest? What is the energy around your love interest? Okay. You have the King of Pentacles. Court cards are a little vague sometimes. You gotta. You're welcome, sis. My pleasure, Natalie. Two of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, top of the deck, Three of Cups. So the energy around this could be that this person is taking their investment in either the situation with you or just love in general. I feel like there is a consideration of your connection or your situation versus like, just in general with love. Um, so what I'm getting from this is this person could be very like deeply contemplating and considering where they're going to place their majority of their energy and time, or if they want to invest more time and energy towards something. Because with the Three of Cups, there is two women here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that this person has another person in the picture. It could be hypothetical, like, okay, am I, is this investment towards this connection or this, because I feel like this could be more so of committing a little bit more energy and a little bit more time from this person's standpoint. I feel like they're at a place within themselves, like a mature place, a wise place when it comes to where they're placing their time and their energy. And they are kind of considering and contemplating like the way forward, with the Two of Wands being at the bottom of the deck. It's like contemplating which way to go, who to place their time and their energy, or if they should. And if it's not so much about you guys just like dating each other and dating others, it's like, is this a connection that I'm going to put more energy and time into, or is this just something for the now? Is this something that, because I feel like they do enjoy what you both have right now. They do. It feels good. It does fulfill them in some capacity, but like when it comes to serious investment and building, they do feel like there's potential. Because when I'm pairing up the energy of water and earth, to me, that's like something you can nurture, something you can plant seeds and water. That's a good combination of energy, water and earth to me. Not really speaking about zodiacs, but just the energy of water and earth together. Um, so there is some potential energy, and I feel like this person does sense it and feel it, but it's like a mature, consideration of deepening or committing a little bit more to the situation. It doesn't have to be a full blown commitment, but just committing more of themselves, their time. Like, okay, this is somebody that I'm openly dating and I'm dating other people, but I feel like I'm more drawn to this person. Should I invest a little bit more time and more energy and focus into this connection versus others, or cut others out? It's kind of giving that, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. Let me know, sis. Let me know. Let me know. All right. To Michelle, I don't think she on here. So Tawanda, I don't know if you're still on here. Tawanda, if you want to be the last fairy, because I think that was, let me see, Brianna, Natalie, Deandra, and then Brandon's up next. So I need one more fairy, and then we're good. If not, we can move on to the collective. I just need y'all to leave a fairy emoji so I know that you in here, and leave your question. So random pool for you, Brandon. Let's see what's up. And no, it's not just for the ladies, okay? If you are a male fairy, and I don't mean that like in a sexual orientation type of slang, but just magical, magical being, a realist, okay? My fellow fairies, okay? A magically grounded person. All right, so Brandon, let's see. What's the random message that Divine Spirit? Not so random, because hopefully it's going to be divine timed message that you need to know, that you need to hear. Okay, so you got the Knight of Pentacles. Why is his horse neck like this? What's wrong with his neck? He almost looks like a llama mixed with a horse. I don't know. Maybe there's something in that. A horse, like a spiritual message about horses. You're welcome, sis. Um. Oh well, it's Celeste. Thank you, sis. Celestial Tawanda, aka Tawanda. Um. Yeah, I'm glad it sounds about right. I'll shade that, DeAndre. But oh yeah, Brandon, I would look up maybe what llamas and horses mean spiritually. Maybe even pacas or alpacas. I think that's how you pronounce their name. They kind of look like llamas too. See if there's a spiritual message in that. But let me see what's at the bottom of the deck and the top, because like I said, court cards are kind of vague. Um, but not so much. Sometimes I can just read simply off of that. But you got the Six of Swords at the top, and you have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This could be a contemplation of some sort of action, where that you might have been pacing yourself, or wondering, like you're trying to check the temperature within yourself when it comes to your pace or your approach to a certain situation. Like, is it safe, is it clear, with the Six of Swords at the top of the deck, and then the Nine of Swords, like you might be in your head a little bit about it, maybe some of that slow pace is maybe becoming a little too slow, a little too like, oh, I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm just going to sit here type of energy due to the fear. So it's kind of like checking your own temperature, whether, okay, I feel like the coast is clear enough and I'm going to move forward, or am I making an excuse like I need this and I need that to be present or that to be, you know, present, maybe not in the physical sense, but like I need to feel like this to know that this is how I should go. Like, is there too much, um, too much like too many emphasis on a detail of this has to be this and it has to be that? Or is it like your fear tying into this? Is it your weariness or anxiety or something along the lines, that something mentally going on where you're over analyzing, or making yourself anxious when it comes to the pace? So this could also be about dedicating yourself to something as well. This horse has, it almost looks like native indigenous type attire, or like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting that energy too. I know this is an Egyptian deck, but it is giving like kind of native energy too. So I would check into the meaning of those animals that I talked about, because in native culture, animals, and just pretty much nature within itself, is a messenger of the divine, of the great spirit. So I would tap into that. But this could be telling you to kind of like, I feel like this energy is telling you to liberate yourself in some kind of way, because like I made that joke about the horse's neck, but it's almost like something is pulling at his neck. It's almost like and it feels like kind of a painful thing. Like it's almost this harsh, forceful type of vibe or energy. So you might need to confront or face a fear in regards to an approach or a pace or something along the lines of that, if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Um, Travel could be significant as well, or something about distance, or this has been like a journey for you, whatever this energy is I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tawanda, for participating. So your question is, what does spirit want you to know? Why is my daughter sending me a whole bunch of, what is she sending me? Like, what is this? It's like in Japanese. So you have three cards that tried to pop out for you. The Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Knave of Chalices, or the Page of Cups, technically. So, Spirit, which one of these you want me to tap into? Which one? Which one? Stop. Okay. The Nine of Cups. So let's say these are like the backstory energies. I'm gonna just put these to the side. Um, hmm. This could be centered around love and attraction. It could be a question that you have sometimes in your, like, you're welcome. You might face yourself sometimes and say, like, kind of go back and forth with yourself and say things like, okay, yeah, I don't know when the person is right for me, or no, I'm allow God to do it, I'm allow spirit to do it, and just kind of bring a person to me or bring people to me, and I'll just kind of discern that way if it's time for me to date, or if it's time, or if this is the right person I should talk to, or this is the one. It's something about um something being very clear to you, very apparent to you, something that you pray for, something that you wish for, but it sounds like it's centered around love. It feels like it's centered around discerning like a partner or connection, whether you should go forward with it or not. There could also be this energy too of like, maybe I should put myself out there, or maybe I should put myself out there a little bit more, or change something up. And then there's another side of you might be like, nah, things are just gonna happen organically. I'm gonna just be me. And I do feel that when you're in this relaxed state, whatever that relaxed state is for you, that you are going to have a lot of people attracted and drawn to you. And I don't feel like just romantically alone. This could be people that's definitely been on your, it could be like kids are drawn to you, animals are drawn to you a little bit more. You're just like, all of a sudden, like, babies just want to be picked up by me, or kids want to play and hang out with me, or this cat, or dogs just walking up to me just randomly. it could be that type of energy too, or people wanting to get to know you, or people complimenting you a lot, like, oh my God, I love your outfit, I love your shirt, where'd you get it? Like, that could be a clear sign or indication that there is going to be some significant suitor, if not suitors, that enter the chat in your life. Yeah, so this feels like she's just surrendering, or he, who I don't know what this figure, I think it's a male, but like I feel like this person represents you. You're just in surrender mode. You open to what's supposed to come in. So I don't really feel like you need to do anything different, but just be authentic and open and do what you've been doing. Cats have conversed with you every now and again. Yeah. Um just be open, because I feel like it's going to be a lot of energies drawn and attracted to you in a positive way for the most part. So this Knave of Cups, this Page of Cups, could be you trying to discern, like, when it comes to matters of the heart, um dating, am I ready, am I not, how to approach the situation. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. So if you wanted to know if there's something you need to be doing, kind of just keep doing what you've been doing. Just surrender and just flow. Be open. Be your authentic light self. That's really what I'm getting. So that was on my fairies, right? Let me know if that resonates, sis. So we're going to get into the collective read now. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, because I know that it is late where a lot of us are, okay? And maybe not for some of you, because you might come back later and watch this on your own time. But let's get it. Yeah, most definitely, sis. I hope I was able to confirm for you, encourage you. Okay, so let's get our timestamp for the collective read, which will be 27:10. Okay. All right, now let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Good. Major confirmation. Ashe. All right, so let's get into our tarot read. So this spread is for those of you that are just kind of, wanting a deeper insight into maybe like life path stuff, maybe some challenges spiritually, maybe that you've been dealing with, just gathering some wisdom, some insight on your journey, basically. And also tapping into the energy of the number 9. I will do that in the ritual as well. I'll uncover that, because we are in the year of the 9, or the year of the hermit as well. We also are in the year of the snake, the Chinese zodiac, and we're going to be coming into that in the Chinese New Year. But let's tap in. I need to move this down this way so I can see my spread. All right. So first things first. What is the overall energy, vibe, or theme of your destiny? Like, what is your soul signed up to accomplish in this lifetime? And I wouldn't put all of the energy emphasis on a tarot reading, or just coming from me. Definitely this could be a confirmation of something that you've already consulted. I would always say that your soul, whatever it is that you're asking about, with your life purpose, your destiny, you have access to that. You have absolutely 100% access to what you need to know at the divine time that you need to know it, when it comes to your life purpose, your life path, your journey, your destiny. And of course, we're not meant to know and see everything, but you're not going to be left and kept in the dark about it. So, all right. Actually, let me pull tarot and then I'll clarify with the oracle. So, what is it that us as a collective maybe have in common as far as what we're meant to accomplish in this lifetime? Those who are meant to receive this message as a collective that resonates with each other. So we have the Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. So a messenger. You're meant to accomplish through your life path, through your destiny, of being some sort of messenger. And it may not be just one experience. I feel like just throughout your life, throughout your journey, you're going to be used as a mouthpiece. Okay. And for those of you are a part of the tribe of the divine light team, it's to be a messenger of divine wisdom, truth, and love. Okay. And that doesn't always sound like something that's like sugar coated. It may be a message that comes with kind of with a chastisement, meaning like if your grandmother didn't like check you on something that you needed to learn, how else would you ever mature and grow, and if you didn't have that divine discipline or you didn't know what you did wrong, right? So that's kind of the energy, and it's not to go around telling people that they're right or they're wrong. It's more so just calling an energy out as it is, in truth and in love, though, right? So in short, what you're meant to accomplish in this life is that of a divine messenger. Okay. You're meant to be someone that is purposeful in using your voice, okay, to spread wisdom, to spread light, and to spread truth, not hate, not discord or separation or judgment, right? Condemning. All right, so let's see. I'm going to clarify. In this life, melancholy or sadness, specifically, and then the sheep is the animal totem. And it's interesting, there's a snake on the other corner right here. There's a snake right here, and then there's a sheep. And these people seem to be sad and depressed. You could be a messenger that is meant to speak to those who are broken, those who feel lost and depressed, those who are sad, melancholy. They may not have hope for their future. And I feel like because a lot of us know what it's like, maybe to deal with depression and sadness, to feel hopeless in their journey, in your path at some point, and how you overcame that. What was your spiritual strength? It's kind of like to be that oasis to those in need. That's the message I'm getting from this. A lot of people that feel lost in their journey. It's like you're coming in as a messenger, kind of like an empath, yeah, empathic in nature, because as an empath you feel what other people feel, or you've been there and you've experienced it. That type of energy. I'm gonna pull one more oracle card. I'm gonna pull it from this astrology deck. My bamboos, they trying to like pull on me. Stop. My bamboo trees. And they growing. Look at my babies. They're tall. Okay. Their branches are growing. I love bamboos. All right, let's stop. Lilith. Taboo. Um, Darkness. Untamed. Intensity. Independence. Erotic. Sexual liberation. Temptation. Secret desires. Fetishes. Shadow side. Empowerment and destruction. Your journey may be like, people might be shocked at the things that you've been through, the things that you've experienced. And I feel like there's too much of this, like, we have to have layers to our spiritual journey, and there's so many different archetypes of spiritual workers that are of the divine. Like, we can all agree that, oh, I'm just here to help, I'm here to spread love, I'm here to spread truth. And the people that bring the message may not look like what this quote unquote spiritual person looks like, you know. I talk about her a lot, but I love Trap Witch. I love the Trap Witch. That's my girl. Like, spiritually, she don't know me like that, but I love, I wouldn't say that I agree with everything that she says. There's some things that even make me sit with myself and, like, I'm open to hear. I'm open to a different perspective. She gets attacked a lot for her physical appearance and her past, as a sex worker, and her, even now, like how she dresses, her pictures that she takes. I always tell women, I'm not excluding the men, but I have to say for the ladies, because I am a woman, that or anyone that identifies with feminine energy within themselves, there's so many facets and archetypes of divine femininity. To put it in a box that society says, oh, this is what is a woman and this is what femininity is. It's like, no, there's many, and we're multifaceted. Like, we have our own energy signature. So to try to put yourself in a box as a divine being, as a divine feminine, or just as a person in general, an archetype, like trying to fit into a mold of what society says, or this is only how you should represent yourself, is putting yourself in a spiritual box that is not, it's not organic. So your story is like a taboo. You might be drawn to shadow energy. You might be drawn to people, and I'm getting like drug addicts and alcoholics and sex workers, you might be a message for those that other people feel like, oh, I ain't talking, that judgmental energy. Remember I was saying, like, that judgmental energy that says, oh, because this person is dealing with this, or they've been a drug addict, or they're struggling with addiction, or they're a stripper, or to just be like, no, I can't help them, or no, they're far beyond help, or oh, I'm too good for that, because of that religious dogma that some of us have been conditioned, a lot of people have been conditioned into, of saying this is what a clean woman is. She's docile. She bow down to men. She washes their feet, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, when it comes to the person that is right and that deserves that type of energy. But it's like, God forbid a woman that speaks out, God forbid a woman that is in her power, in her truth, that is a leader. She's a demon, she's a witch, and a witch is not a bad word, but it's been so demonized for centuries. People have been unalived because of it. It's unfortunate. But your energy attracts people, or you feel drawn, you feel sympathy or even empathy because maybe you've been in these positions. That is where you're going to be called. It's almost like your little mini ministry, even when you don't know that you're in it, because it's not like you got to walk around, oh, this is my purpose and I got to do this. And it might feel that way, but it could even be as just something as human and just everyday life, where you come across somebody on the street and you just feel led to talk to that person and converse, and then maybe even spit some truth or some knowledge or some positive energy to them, or some positive affirmations, or you help them in some kind of way. You did your ministry, you walk it in your ministry. It don't got to be like in your mind, like I'm walking around with a pamphlet like, have you, are you ready for the Lord's return? It ain't gotta be all of that. Our Lord and Savior, have you accepted Christ in your heart? It don't gotta be all of that, okay? All right, so next, the energies or circumstances or past life influences that set the stage for this journey. What karmic threads weave into your destiny? That's a good question. That's a good question. All right, show some love in the chat, y'all, and in the likes. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay. What karmic threads are weave into our destinies as a collective that we can resonate upon, together? Because you can read this for yourself if you want to tap in, because I'm gonna show y'all in the ritual. I'm gonna show y'all that. So, um, the Three of Wands, the Three of Wands. You might have waited for permission in a past life from people. You could have been like a serve. Some of y'all probably like, bitch, I was no servant in my past life. Well, in one of your past lives, we might have been serving some people. And it may have just been tradition. It may have not been looked upon as like a negative, like, oh, I'll be damned. And some people in this life, servitude doesn't have to be like a labor type of serving. It could be just like living for other people, living for the approval of, if not everyone that you come across, then people that you cared about, or maybe one person, or maybe two people. um there's some sort of energy of like kind of waiting for permission, waiting for the approval, waiting for, oh, I'll know until this or until that. And in this life, it could have been something that you might have needed to learn. It could be one of your biggest lessons in this life, something that you've been working to break free yourself of. Let's clarify that real quick. And I feel like it's something that you may have already overcame in this life. You freed yourself, or it's like something to celebrate, like, oh, I'm not here to serve others in a sense of, giving my power away. I'm here to serve under, the permission of what I feel guided and led to do, what is of a healthy exchange, or I did my job and I'm backing off. I'm not going to try to keep doing it and overdoing it to change or sway someone. They have free will too. It's like the acceptance, the surrender, and letting go of control, or waiting for permission to show up in life the way that you're divinely led to, or called to, or feel is right for you. Because some choices that we make that we feel like we're right, they might be lessons that we needed to learn, that okay, maybe that wasn't the right path for me, but you needed to learn it, so it's not something to shame yourself for. All right. Red one of Connecticut. I don't know what that is. Restraint or the end of conflict. I want y'all to see that. You're not chained or bound to anything or anyone. Maybe, like I said, in one of your past lives, or maybe your most recent one, there was this energy of feeling like you had to be in line, and it's like this kind of slave energy. And it's the end, though. This is the end of that conflict in this lifetime, or you're still working through it or mastering it. But for majority of you, I feel like you've already mastered it. You've already mastered this lesson. You freed yourself from that slavery of maybe this can also be another layer of it. Seeking the approval of other people in a form of, you know, caring too much about what people think about you in a way that is unhealthy, in a way that keeps you conformed and constrained and restricted, basically. Let's see what the astral cards is talking about. Did I lose some people? What's wrong with them? No, it is what it is. Let's see. Some of you guys could have a lot of Scorpio energy, and you got Cancer that came out. So Cancer energy, maybe Scorpio or water energy. One of your placements, like wherever your moon, some of you, your sun or your moon could be a water sign. And most definitely, if it's a moon placement or something with Cancer, there is a lot of healing when it comes to family wounds, specifically maybe mother wounds. But you have the caretaker. Y'all, submit myself to the divine ancestors that have our best will and intentions. And when I just be like, just flow with it, even though it doesn't sound like it makes sense fully to me. The cards are just confirming what I'm picking up. That's it. The caretaker. That pretty much sums up what I was picking up. Like in this life, but is a balanced way to be and walk in the caretaker energy, to be a servant or to be of. I don't like using the word servant, like a server. Um, there's a healing energy behind that, and there's a healthy way to walk in that energy without overextending or allowing yourself to be used and abused in so many different ways. So it says loyalty, emotional depth, sympathetic, moody, tenacious, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, protective, nurturing, familial ties, hypersensitive, sense of home, ruler of the fourth house. So yeah, a lot of this is maybe connected to family. A lot of it is because you have that side of yourself that wants to protect and defend people or feel this need to kind of show up for others in a way. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's tap in more. Y'all resonating, y'all vibing with this reading so far. You're glad to be here. I'm glad to help you. Be sure to like the video. I appreciate the engagement. So what is the catalyst? So the moment or event that sparked your current path, like what pivotal situation brought you into this current phase of your life where you are now? What was it that really sparked it or triggered it? Some of you, it's love, like a love situation. Some of you guys might have, you have the Six of Wands. Some of you guys might have been in love with someone that was taken, or someone that you weren't really sure about what their status was, if they're single, if they're in a relationship, if they're not. It could have been someone that led you on, or just like a crush could have led you into this. It's almost like that was maybe what pushed you to have that experience of truth and wisdom to share with other people. So you have the Six of Wands. So that moment could have been like the desire to be seen, that desire to maybe just have the confidence to put yourself out there in some capacity. Um, this could be where you felt like, for once I feel confident, or for once I feel confident in this area, or I believe in myself for once, or I believe in myself in a particular way or an area of my life. That could have been the moment for you, that kind of like where your current path is, where it is right now, that moment. Maybe you weren't afraid to speak your truth for once. It's like something where you had the confidence, you had the audacity, like you showed up for yourself. And it could vary, it could be different for each and every one of you, but I feel like, just on a kind of vague, I guess you could say, collectively, yeah. So let's see what else. Let's clarify with what was the catalyst. So you have abundance. Number 25. Yeah, something, it could be with love, a partnership, some sort of connection where for once you felt like someone's seen you. Could have been like a connection that you felt like, I met my soulmate, even though that might have not been what the outcome ended up being, or you found out that wasn't really the truth. It was what you felt at the time. That was something that you felt. You identified at that time, but learned, okay, that wasn't for me. That wasn't the path for me. Um, I feel like that was the moment. And if it's not a romantic situation, it's like maybe a soul tribe thing where you felt seen, you felt noticed because you put yourself out there, you trusted yourself, you believed in yourself. You might have felt like, oh, I was being stupid, I was being naive. And for some of you, maybe it wasn't something that ended in a, maybe a painful lesson, but nonetheless, it's like maybe meeting someone or coming into some sort of tribe, soul tribe vibe, or a soulmate type of energy or connection, or something that you felt like, me and this person, there's something, deeper, there's something more, there's a lesson behind it, there's a beautiful experience. um you needed to go through that journey, you needed to experience that for yourself. Let's see, what is the astrological energy behind this? Thank you. The eighth house, transformation. Okay, Scorpio energy as well. It says birth, death, rebirth, sex, mystery, investments, the afterlife, shared resources, inheritance, secrets, joint ventures, and legacy. So whatever this connection was, this energy, these people or this person, that was a very transformative energy in your life. And it could have been very intense in a lot of ways, maybe good or bad, the ugly. Um, Parts of yourself you may have felt ignited, parts of yourself that you no longer resonated with or identified. This could have been around a time of a spiritual awakening, or this happened shortly after, and then an awakening happened. A major challenge shaping your journey. So this could represent any external obstacles in your life, fears or limiting beliefs that are meant to be overcome at this time on your journey, your path. So let's tap into whatever obstacles might be in the way. More so on whether it's external or whether it's within the self, or both. Collectively, that we can, agree upon or resonate in our own unique way. Divine Spirit, thank you. The Nine of Wands. Definitely fear. Okay. There is a mixture of internal influence and external influence. So there's a serpent here, and this looks like some sort of rabbit or something, some sort of, um, or there's a jackrabbit, whatever the fuck rabbit. It's a rabbit. Um, the tortoise and the hare vibe is coming to me, where there could be like, why I was about to say disgruntled. I don't know. I don't know why that word popped up to me, like disgruntled. There could be like a little bit of something that you need to master when it comes to, okay, for some of you, I feel like you're recognizing, or you're going to recognize the deception, whether it's within the self, like self-deception through fears and insecurities and doubts, and or influences of other people, that allowing these deceptions put you in a place of powerlessness, and that could tie into the lesson of that servitude, that caretaker vibe with the wrong people, and learning how to discern, you know this is a connection that is worth putting the energy and effort, or when I see certain red flags, I know that this is where I need to pull my energy back and out of. I'm not going to tell you this dream that I had, because that's like, it's personal, it's spiritual. We don't need to be telling everybody what kind of dreams we be having, because we might be disclosing things that some people might be trying to, like, trying to get in the way of. But this bunny is putting the wand or the spear in this serpent's head. It's like cutting that deception at the head, at the neck. Um, and this could be time sensitive because we are going into the year of the snake. The Chinese New Year is the year of the snake. So it could be a time sensitive energy that this is something you're going to annihilate this year or around that time period. Um, you could be born in the year of the snake, or you could even be born in the year of the rabbit as well. So this message could resonate with you even more, but it's like you taking your power back and annihilating the deception, whether it's in your own self, your own fears, your own worries, um, your own thoughts, and or external things or people, places, and things. Like it's keeping you from fully showing up in your journey. It's like a limitation, a kind of like a barrier, a block to, because of a lot of trauma or just a lot of experiences that you've had of being let down or maybe encountering people that didn't have the best intentions for you. So let's clarify with the Oracle. What is the conflicts and challenges collectively that we can all agree upon or maybe resonate with in our own way? Ooh, okay. Journey through life. It says middle of the boat or heart of the ship. So it may be something that's blocking you because throughout your journey of life, maybe specifically, there's always been someone with you. Your partnerships and your relationships are everything to you. Your friendships, your family, like your intimate connections with people in this life are very sacred to you. And I feel like you're the type of person that takes everyone with you. And sometimes you might even you might not even be consciously aware. Like sometimes we might like miss the point of why we're not progressing in certain ways or why we can't fully show it because we have the wrong people on board with us. Just saying, you know? And I feel like we know that sometimes. Like some people might be putting too much weight on your boat and you're wondering why is this shit slowing down or not moving? Or why is it sinking? Because we got the wrong energies, the wrong people, you know. Not everybody is meant to come with you. Certain parts of the journey you might be like, all right, gotta get off. Here's your stop right here, or we gotta let some things off the boat. We gotta throw some things off. We can't take all this shit with us. Let's get some astral cards on this. These conflicts, these challenges, whether they're external, internal, or both. Venus, love. Okay, Taurus, Libra energy as well. Um, it's about the love, you know, the heart. The heart sometimes can lead us into some situations that are not for us out of the love. And it's not to demonize love, but you still have to have a discerning heart at the end of the day because our emotions, when we're all emotional, we're not clear. We're very fickle. We're very easily moved and shaken. You got to have balance. So it says beauty, romance, Friday, Taurus, Libra, courtship, aesthetics, sex appeal, affection, sensuality, values, pleasure, grace, gratitude, inspiration, and self-worth. So some of these insecurities is around love and relationships or the people that you've been with, people that either showed you that they could have made you feel like you were less than, you weren't good enough, you weren't pretty enough, you weren't handsome enough, you weren't capable enough, you weren't this, you weren't that, putting you in your head. It could be you doing it to your own self, feeling like, oh, well, I'm not good enough, so this isn't going to happen. Or, oh, my partner didn't love me enough, or they cheated on me, they lied to me, or my parents did this, or they didn't show up, they weren't emotionally available. And, my best friend did this to me when I was in high school. And so it's like you're carrying all that energy. And it's a reflection of the partnerships and connections you have in your life or had in your life. So it's up to you to free yourself of that and the relationship with yourself, most importantly. That's a key thing as well. The way to break this chain or these fears is to identify with what is the beauty within yourself first. Who am I? Am I measuring myself up to someone's standards that I shouldn't even care twice about what they think? Or, I can't control what someone did to me. You know, I can control how I respond to it or what I allow. But if it's already something that has happened, it's up to me to work through that and heal and release myself of it for myself, for my well-being, for my wellness, you know. Um, Pay attention to who actually gives you love and true love and unconditional love. People that, are grateful for you. And then you be like, you know what, I'm actually really grateful for people like this. Because sometimes we'll focus on the bad more than we'll focus on the good. We focus on the people that, oh, this person's hating, or this person don't like me, or I think they don't like me, or this person hurt me, this person did that, rather than focusing on the support and the love that you do have. It's not about the quantity of it, it's the quality of it. Energy is everything. Energy speaks louder than words. If you got two people in the room that show up for you, and you might be like, well, in comparison, I got 10 haters. Their energy don't matter. Why give power to it when you got love in the room? Love is a more powerful energy, regardless of the number of the energy, that frequency of who's giving the love. Love is powerful. It could be one person in the room. It's a testament to say somebody loves me. It could be a 1,000 people can, hate you, can't stand you, whatever. If that one person loves you like nobody else, unconditionally loves you, to knows you, because a lot of people that don't like you, that's a them problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can choose whether we make somebody feel some type of way about us. Like, yeah, somebody could treat you a certain way, and it's very painful and it's very hurtful. But as a human, of course, you're going to feel the pain. You're going to be upset. You're going to be angry. But are you going to give your power away to somebody like that? Or you're going to give your power and energy into gratitude of people that actually love you and see you for who you are and still love you and appreciate you? That's more powerful, in my opinion. Um, but of course, like, it takes time, to get to that. And it might be something mastered in some cases. In some cases, like, we're working on that shit. All right. So, all right. The heart of your story. What is the destiny key? The central lesson or gift that you're meant to integrate in this lifetime. Like, what? This is where, pretty much where your purpose finds its most profound expression. Two cards flew out, but I'm going to put them back. The Tower and the Hermit flew out, but I'm going to put them back. I'm going to ask, as a collective that is meant to resonate, in their own unique way, that can find some common ground in this energy. Like, what is the central lesson or gift that we're meant to integrate in this lifetime? Like, where our purpose finds its most profound expansion, expression. What does that look like? Of course, I have to drop more cards. And I don't even see where that card went. Hold on. Gotta get my light. I don't even know where it went. I don't know where it went. I hate these, like, shuffles that do that. Okay, we're gonna have to move on without it. I don't know. And you would think these are easy cards to find because they have, like, that gold print on them. Let's see. Central lesson or gift that we're meant to integrate in this lifetime, where our oh, are you bullshitting me? This was right under my table. Really? Come on now. This was like right facing right underneath my table. You gotta be shitting me. Anyway, gosh, why? You got the Knight of Swords. Very funny, I tell you. Nine of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay. Interesting. So the gifts and the lesson. Again, if you change your perception of, because I'm gonna piggyback off of what I said. If you change your perception of who fucks with you, who doesn't, because it's all about, if you maintain this energy within yourself of joy and peace, that no matter what circumstances happen in my life, who sticks around, who doesn't, who's appreciative of me and who's not, it's all in relations to how do you feel about yourself, or how do you wish to feel. It's not saying to be delusional, turn a blind eye to certain things. No, handle it accordingly. Be honest with yourself. But again, your peace and your joy is your currency. So the more you look at it as something of value, the less you're going to put your energy towards things that don't matter, aren't for your highest good, or people placing things that aren't for you or good for you. It's like you just learn to drop the shit. It's like, you know, if you look at this Nine of Cups, these are people that are pulling on this person's energy. They can't get enough of it. And then this person over here is like pulling at this child or young person. I don't know. It's like this person in authority and this person that's beneath them is like being treated badly. And it's like, again, who are you giving your power and authority to? Who are you giving your energy to? The Knight of Swords. This horse is taken off. This horse, I feel like the Knight of Swords is a warrior, is a militant, is a soldier. If you think the court cards of the swords, they're all a part of the military, or people of, soldiers and sergeants and, police officers, security, like back in the day, like in the royal times, these will be the military. You are on a divine assignment, whether you believe it or not. Okay. You are a warrior. You are a militant person, right? And with that requires discipline. With that requires focus. It requires a level of training to be able to handle warfare, and in this instance, spiritual warfare. And that is psychological. It's emotional. It's even physical sometimes, right? Or with your health and your wellness, it's like you got to understand when you're under attack, when your body is under attack, when your mind is under attack, when your emotions are under attack as well, in a spiritual battle, in a spiritual warfare. And if you're giving your energy and power away to things such as like mind games and manipulation and different abuse and narcissism, or allowing people to sway your emotions, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you allow that, that's an attack. You have the power. What is your shield? What is your sword? What is your weapon of choice? What's your strategy? What's your discipline? Where's your rest? Like, you gotta, and I'm telling myself this too, like, you gotta remind yourself of these things. Your energy is too precious, and it's almost like you gotta have a mission. What is your mission? You can say, as a warrior of truth, like we talked about in the beginning, that was the first message that came out, a messenger of truth. The other mission could be, my mission every day is to be in peace, to keep my head up regardless, no matter what, to still walk in positivity and love, and walk in light, but also in divine protection and knowing who the fuck I am. So many layers to this. Let's pull some oracle on it. What is the gift and the lesson? Will you fully express yourself? Because the Knight is like you're on your way to, certain levels of this. You haven't fully mastered it yet, but you're on your way. Again, you got the restraint or the end of conflict again. The lesson, what is restraining you? Who or what are you allowing? Because it's an allowance. I'm going to make a joke of this. This is not really like me like stating an opinion and agreeing necessarily, but when Kanye says that slavery is a choice, if we take, slavery from that sense of like, the Atlantic slave trade slavery, we're talking about psychologically, emotionally, mental slavery, giving our power away, or being submissive to, being a slave to something. It is a choice, because once you recognize like, oh no, this ain't for me, you have the power to emancipate yourself or free yourself out of it. You do. Or you can choose to stay in it in fear and say, oh, I'm just going to give into this. This is what it is. But for some of you, it is the end of conflict. So the lesson is the restraint, and the gift is the end of conflict. The end of that constraint, that end of that mentality of feeling stuck or feeling hopeless or feeling powerless. because you have the power. Again, it spiritually, you got to think of it from a perspective of I'm protecting myself. I'm walking and moving in purpose, because you can't, for those that like really understand like your spiritual purpose in life, or you know that you're called to something, or you call yourself chosen and all this stuff, you got to understand spiritual warfare, at least to some level. You got to have a level of understanding of it and grow as you live and learn. But you have to understand that you yourself, your weapon, maybe it's learning to strengthen like what that is, whether that's prayer, whether that's affirmations, whether that's whatever it could be for you. I don't know, it could be anything that you use to motivate and encourage yourself, keep yourself pushing and going. And if you know anything, like I said, about a spiritual purpose and path, and what it is to really be chosen and called, you're going to face attacks all your life. It's how you handle it. And most of the spiritual attacks are on your mind and on your emotions, attacking your character. It's so many levels to it. But the biggest thing is like, if I can get in your mind and I can control your emotions, I got you. I got you as my little slave. If you don't know your power, you don't know your strategy, you don't know how to shield and protect yourself and how to do that, or know when you're under attack, or know who your enemy is, you got to be able to discern that shit. And I'm not just talking, just be talking. Like, it comes from experience. And when I look back at certain things in my life, even before I even knew all this shit or even experienced it in a conscious level, just going through it and looking back and like, that was a spiritual attack. Since I was a child, starting with the mind, planting those seeds of you're stupid, you're dumb, you know, dealing with feeling ostracized and left out by people. All that stuff plays a role in your journey, and it shapes you and molds you in a way. It hurts. But when you become conscious aware of it and you start working through that shit, you'll start to see how it plays out in all other areas of your life. So, yeah, this shit can be a little layered. I'm not gonna lie, it's deeply layered, but let's take one step at a time on our journey and our path. Let's take it one step at a time. We live and we learn and we grow. We're not going to be masters completely at life. No, as long as we're living, we're going to evolve. As the universe evolves and shifts and changes, so are we. And what do we have? Vesta with devotion, sacred sexuality, fertility, kundalini energy, dedication, purity, self-discipline, focused passion, diligence, inner spark, and spiritual commitment. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. The spiritual journey commitment. I'm not just because I think we just, we hear all this stuff and it sounds cute. How do you know you're a star seed? Them YouTube video. How you know you're a star seed? How you know you're chosen? Them. My male voices is ugly as fuck, so just ignore it. But like, we all hear them video. Oh, not signs that you are a spiritual guru or some shit. I don't know. Them little stuff like that. But it's so many layers to it. This isn't just like some YouTube, TikTok stuff to make you feel good. Like, this is real shit, real life. So I'm not gonna be on here like fluffing it out for you, like on some, social media clickbaity, oh, I'm chosen. Everybody loved that. Like, did y'all watch that movie with Keanu Reeves? Did y'all really watch that? Did y'all really watch that movie? And not so much like in a literal sense, but like spiritually, like, do you understand that movie, right? Do you understand that it's talking about spiritual warfare, in short, for the most part? Like, we like to use these words because it sounds cute and makes us feel important. But if you really think about it, being a spiritual worker, whether you call yourself a light worker or a shadow worker, because it's one and the same. That shit is not no like cute little stuff to be talking about. Like, I'm a spiritual, I'm a light worker. No. And if you're truly about that life, it is not always going to be like, oh, I made someone feel good today. We did yoga together and I felt the vibrations through my body and my third eye chakra was just beaming with light. It's not always going to be those experiences. There's a shadow side to it as well. You're going to confront that. It's a part of healing. It's a part of your journey. How are you going to call yourself a warrior if you're not tested and tried and disciplined? How are you going to call yourself that? How are you going to call yourself that when you don't work through your shadows? How are you going to get to the light within yourself if you don't work through yourself daily? Because we're human at the end of the day. We're not superhuman, I mean, completely. We live in a flesh suit. We live in a dense reality, for one, that it's even if you are the most powerful people, you're still living a human experience. And with that does come painful experiences. With that comes beautiful experiences. You will encounter beautiful people and you'll encounter some, not so beautiful energies. Part of the journey. Even the Bible teaches us that. I mean, as much as Christians want to walk around and they give too much power to the devil too. Like that, the Christianity thing is like a whole I'm going to do a video on that because I'm not going to completely just write off the Holy Bible and the experience, because that's a whole nother layer to spiritually. It's not something just, oh, F that. Oh, we're just doing away with the Bible. Oh, it's just a whole bunch of fluff. No, we're not going to do that either. But let's see who your allies are. Okay. The people, the guides, or maybe even the unseen forces, or people maybe that you don't even know are supporting you, that have your back or that's praying for you or whatever behind your back in a positive way, are aiding you along the way. These could be mentors, these could be ancestors, these could be spiritual energies, people that soul tribe, family, lovers. Let's see. Who are these allies that we all can resonate with in our own unique way? Allies upon our journey. Yeah. They don't want the responsibility of their actions. Yeah. No. I learned that the hard way, that this journey is not all just love and light. It's not. It is so not that. It's not just that. We cannot be fooled, because if we do, we're naive. And sometimes like we have to go through that first, but some people go through it a little heavy. When you go through your spiritual awakening, you all know that quote unquote dark night of the soul energy is a pain in the ass. It's a bitch. That first one, and then maybe even the others, because I believe that you can go through many dark nights of the soul as you're progressing and growing and evolving. You'll have those testy experiences. I do believe that. I know that's not going to resonate with everybody, because we just want to hear how great we are and how powerful we are, and everyone's just so drawn to you, and there's people that are jealous. People like them type of readings. People like that type of stuff. They eat that shit up, child. And it's not to say that may not be the case. And I say this all the time: two things can be true at once. But to never do shadow work is to be delusional. I feel it's insanity. Actually, I think like it's almost like Stepford Wives. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect human, and people just think that it's just supposed to be bright and sunny all the time in life. They're very robotic. And I feel like a lot of people perform, like spirituality to them is a performance. And what I mean by that is it's more so about the aesthetic or the appearance of what spirituality is, and all the lingos and the slangs and the yoga and the this and the that. And not saying that these things are not spiritual practices, but I feel like people that are not really necessarily spiritually in tune with themselves can still practice spiritual stuff. Like, people could pick up a tarot deck and read it basically. Like, oh, I know the basic meaning of a tarot card. That doesn't mean that they're spiritually in tune or tapped into themselves. A person can get in front of a pulpit and read the Bible and not really tap in spiritually and meditate upon that word or what it means or how they're being guided to express it. They're just going to read it and just, oh, this is what it means, and the God's going to fall from the sky. Ugh. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up, sweating and shit, let me stop. Stop. But no, for real. I feel like, people that are into spiritual things don't necessarily have to be spiritual. To be honest, to be spiritual is to be in tune with your own self. And if you're just all about, oh, it's just love and light, or it's all doom and gloom, oh, the devil's coming and God, Christ is coming back, that's insanity to me. For real, it's insanity. There's no balance. There's no self-reflecting. It's all fear. It's all fanatical. It's all, oh, I got crystals on and I'm so spiritual. It's a performance. It's not authentic fully. No. It's a cute conversation. Oh, what's your big three? Oh, I have this in my fourth house. And okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. It's a lot of that. I'm just like, we all been there. Like, I was a goofus too. Like, on my spiritual journey when I started, like, I was so head up in the clouds that when it came to recognizing and discerning certain things before I even started my channel, if I would have known certain things, I would have prepared myself a little bit better. But I feel like everything happens for a reason sometimes. But I wish I would have better equipped myself for what I was getting myself into when it comes to spiritual things. Like, better discernment with people and clients. And I just wish I had that. But you live and you learn, right? But the more in tune you are with yourself, the better it is. The more you check yourself. Because if you lack self-awareness, you can't fully say you're aware of other people and their energy, because you can tell when something's off. Like, if you're aware, okay, this doesn't make me feel comfortable, or if you're just one of those people that just don't pay attention, or you don't care, you don't have spiritual boundaries and things like that, or you allow other people that don't have spiritual boundaries to come into your space in your life because you don't have that conscious awareness of yourself and your own energy. You're not tapped into yourself. It's easy to be misled. But I feel like, again, if you have the will and it's a part of your journey to go through those, because I feel like we all come into it when we come aware of spiritual things or our journey, our path, our gifts, our callings, we are going to be babies at it. Some people go into spirituality truly with a pure heart. Um, we all want to attach ourselves to something to find an identity. I find that a lot of those in the quote unquote spiritual community, we tend to do that sometimes. Like, it's a common thing to place your spiritual, practices more so than anything. It's not really so much like your spirituality, but your spiritual practices, putting your identity in your spiritual practices when they're just an extension of you, you know. Um it's almost like people that say, "Oh, I'm a gym rat," because all they do is go to the gym, or I do a lot of leg work, so I'm just a junkie and blah blah blah. It's like, that's something that you do. That's a part of your wellness. Your fitness is a part of your wellness, but that doesn't equate to your identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just place that all on yourself. And I did that in the beginning. This became my identity instead of something that is a part of me, something that is an extension or practice. It's not my whole full spirituality. Spirituality is how you identify with spirit, like sexuality or any duality. It's like a preference. It's something that you resonate with. It's something that you identify with spiritually. You know, I don't feel like tarot cards are actually like a spirituality. It's a spiritual tool, depending on how you look at it. But it's not a spirituality. It's not a religion. It's not your whole identity. It's not. Hopefully, I'm making sense when I say these things. So, who is your ally? I feel like I'm losing people. It's okay. I get it. You don't have to take what I'm saying. Like, you can sit with it, or you can just toss it to the side. It doesn't have to be the gospel truth or anything. But you know, just my observations, my experiences. That's all. All right, let's see your allies. And that's another thing too. Like, I hate the restriction of tarot. How it's like people think it has to be done a certain way. Like, oh, just read the cards, do this, and why are you shuffling like that, and why are you doing it? Why are you reading like that? And it's just too much. Like again, like you're trying to put a limit on something. Like tarot is just like an expression of the energy that you're tapping into, or it's like a tool to kind of dissect it and discern a little bit to divine the energies. But truthfully, like honestly, like I said, I always say this, like I can pick up the energy without it, but sometimes y'all gotta see the cards and shit. And sometimes the cards just expand a little deeper, that's it. People lean on the cards too much, and the cards is not meant to tell your future necessarily. So that's another thing. I just like the art of tarot, the sacredness of tarot is just like it's just, it's one of those things that annoy me personally as a pet peeve of mine. And I don't feel like people should just be like, oh, just read like this and don't do this because yeah, maybe it sounds like I'm ranting to some people, but I feel like it's a part of the message. Like if I'm going to be a messenger, I'm just going to speak, right? It doesn't always have to be just the cards, right? I don't know. That's just me. But the Nine of Wands, your ally, the Strength card is at the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to take it as well because I feel like this is a powerful ally, actually. So this does feel like some sort of spiritual guide. Um, that's supporting you, especially through some sort of challenging energy when it comes to annihilating those things that I was picking up on. I think this was like the inner challenges, the external challenges energy where the Nine of Wands came out. The Strength card, I feel, represents maybe specifically for some of you Sekhmet energy. If you work with ancient Kemet deities and goddesses and gods, like if you resonate with Sekhmet, this is definitely confirmation for you that you are being divinely protected, and that is your ally for you. That aspect of divine goddess feminine energy, divine mother god essence energy through Sekhmet's expression is definitely an ally in strengthening you and encouraging you when it comes to annihilating the deceptions within your own self that you've been working through and mastering through and externally, and discerning deceptions around you or within self. That energy is backing you up. Could be a powerful feminine energy around you as well. Maybe specifically for some of you, Leo energy. And you have the Hermit. So we also have masculine energy as well. Someone that is like a teacher, a guide to you. Some of you guys may feel divinely guided or led by some sort of masculine passed over loved one. And it's 11:11 on the clock when I said that. Confirmation for somebody, probably. This person walks with you, and they could be a Virgo. So some of you guys may have a teacher that you resonate with that could be a Leo or a Virgo person. Someone that you like watch or you listen to or you study or you read. Maybe you study under them because I feel like some of these people are living, and for some of you these are people that have passed on. And then maybe for a small group or maybe just one person, Sekhmet is confirmation for you that Sekhmet energy is definitely connected to you and around you. Someone maybe that has the ability to shapeshift, or someone that resonates with the cat or feline energy, very protective mothering energy. So someone's mother's energy can be coming through, someone's grandmother, someone that is very fiery. All right. Cool. Before I forget, let's clarify with the Oracle. So who are the allies? Okay. Removal of obstacles. Wow. And you have another bamboo. It looks like climbing on this giraffe. So more animal messages. If you feel guided to look up the meaning of a bamboo, because this came out in someone else's reading. So Brianna, I think this came out in your reading. So if you feel guided to come back and like maybe check into what bamboos mean. Giraffes could be significant as well, but whoever these guides are for you, they're helping to remove blockages in your way. They're kind of they're guiding you. They're not doing it for you, but they're helping you, like encouraging you, you know. The remover of obstacles, there's a lot of deities that fall under this, but I'm getting Ganesh. Um mm, I'm getting thunder gods. My grandpa's energy is here. I'm not gonna say exactly what his signature is, but he's here. And then for some of you guys, it could be like other goddesses or gods that resonate with the energy of clearing your obstacles out of your path. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kali Ma could be a form of that as well. You have trine with harmony. It says opportunities, luck, flow, beneficial rewards, synchronicity, good vibes, ease, positivity, supportive, expansive, overindulgent, and complacent. So your guides pop up at times, I feel like, where things are aligning for you. Remember how I saw 11:11 on the clock? It was 11:11 p.m. So that could be one of the ways that they show up is through certain synchronicities. It doesn't have to be numbers or that specific number sequence, but um things starting to move for you, things working out, you know, just randomly, like luck changing, or it seems like luck, like that's them. So they're very supportive of you when they feel like you're kind of falling into a stump of like, you know, oh, I can, and this is never going to happen for me. It's like they'll pop up and around you to say, hey, we're here. We got you. You're not by yourself. You're not alone. Okay. We're going to get into the antagonists. Okay, we're going to do it. Gotta have the balance. I wish I would have did this one first instead of doing the allies first. But the shadow energy opposing force in your story. This may represent external struggles, toxic relationships, or external barriers. So let's see. I'm more so going to focus on like maybe what or who, like what type of energy would be an opposing force to you on your journey or has been. Because some of you guys, this can be like old ancient energy, something that's followed you in your path for a long time. And as light, whether you call yourself a light worker, shadow worker, whatever, any person that has a divine calling for the greater good, um, you have energies like as a whole, like as you have the network of the divine power, divine essence of love, the confederate of light and love and truth, whatever confederation, and then you have the confederation of darkness, right? The kingdom of darkness. So technically we all have that same antagonist on your journey. You're going to have that. They look at you as a sworn enemy because they stand in darkness. And when I say darkness, not like black matter darkness, or chaos black like matter energy, but like demonic lower vibrational energy and activity, the energy of oppression and sadness and like all those demonic energies and essences, that you're the enemy because you're bringing the light. They cannot exist with your energy. As long as your energy exposes it, it needs to attack you, right? So that's a common thing that we all are going to have, is those enemies, those darkness, you know, the kingdom of darkness as the antagonist. That's a given. But in your own personal lives, like who might that be or what might that energy be? Let's more so expose the energy. Let's see. What does that energy look like for the collective of those that this message is meant for? The Queen of Cups. Ooh, shit. Y'all gonna hate my ass, but I have to say it. Sometimes it's your own mom. Like, god damn. And it's the energy, it's not them. It's the energy that they operate in, or the energy that they say yes to daily. And this could be a reflection of them not doing their own work within themselves, to not do better within themselves, to heal, to do their shadow work, to take accountability. So it could be certain things that are toxic that may have affected you, especially as a child. I don't know how else to read this, y'all. And some of you may know that shit. And some of you don't want to acknowledge it. Tower is at the top of the deck. And at the bottom of the deck, High Priestess. You know this already. And this is like maybe even ancient. I don't want to get too deep. Do y'all want me to get deep into this a little bit more? Because remember I was saying this shit is ancient. Remember I was saying that. If y'all believe in past lives, reincarnation, some of you may feel like you knew your mother in another life. Your mother could have been somebody that um may have been a different class than you. So you could have been like a high priest, a studying, an initiate of spiritual arts, or maybe a religious thing or something like that. And then you had your mother that could have been someone that was of power and authority, right? There was some sort of clashing of energies. They just didn't mesh well together. Um, you could have been the mother and they could have been a child in the past life. That's another thing that I'm picking up too. You might have this dynamic where you're the more of the wiser one. You might be the one that feels like you're a parent to your mother. That's for some of you. So them being an active enemy, it may not be that enemy in a sense of like they treated you badly as a child or they abused you or some way, but it's more so that the toxicity, the dynamic is not healthy in some sort of way, and it's this power play of they might still resonate with being your child and you being the mother. It could be that dynamic, or where you're more wiser than them, you're more mature regardless of your age. um there's something with that, and there could even be an energy of smothering you, sheltering you a little too much, overprotecting you. Could be some certain traumas, and even just maybe generational, generationally taught things where maybe the women in the family, um because some of you, it could be like there was favoritism towards more of the male children than the women, the girl children, or the women, the young girls were always, kind of required to be more mature or to handle things a little bit more, or, oh, you're a baby, but you need to do this and you need to start walking. Whereas the little boys can be like picked up for a long time. It could be something like that for some of you. So let's see. And in this lifetime, there could be a little jealousy too, with the fact that maybe you're more mature, or you might have a little more wisdom, a little more common sense and things, and they might feel beneath you or incompetent. And there could be a little bit of competition and stuff sometimes. That could be another shadow energy of this. Or a lot of their treatment comes from the fact that they might admire you at the same time, but also be intimidated and a little jealous by you. So some of their actions towards you is based off of that, if that makes sense. Authority and power. So yeah, there's some power play energy between you and this mother figure. If it's not your own mother, you know, um, I can't be giving out my personal business. I cannot. But the women energy, it's yeah. I could see some of this and even in my own, like, not to get too personal. Um, and just like I feel like it's a common thing. I'll speak for the women, that type of toxic uh relationship between the women in the family with each other, and even women outside of the family, because there's a lot of jealousy and backbiting, and people say, oh, that's a woman thing. I feel like by naturally women, no, because women's level of sovereignty was a little more unified together, versus now when you add men into the equation, you add romance into the equation, there's this jealousy streak that comes about. Because if any person, 9 times out of 10, what I've noticed, when women are jealous of each other, it's always for the things that they think is going to get them a man or a love interest. Like, oh, they think they're so pretty. Oh, they think they're this and they think they're that. It's under the worry of they're taking all the men. It's a competition because of that. I don't believe women are just hating on each other because, oh, they're a pretty girl amongst each other. Because when women are unified, really unified with each other, they're not jealous of each other. It's like, oh, girl, you look cute in a genuine way. You're so pretty, or oh, I like that. You notice that with healthy self-esteem women, it's a unified energy. But that jealousy thing, that it's that competition, it's because it's connected to a man, and it's not a divine feminine unified energy. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. But yeah, power and authority and power energy most definitely. Like there's some Hindu gods too. It could be like religion. Like I said, like you could resonate with religion or spirituality, and they might resonate with religion or something that clashes with, or just beliefs in general. It doesn't have to be spiritual beliefs, but just beliefs. Um, yeah, and some are next level because it boosts their ego, or because they hate women and want to see discord. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's really weird. Not saying that all women are gonna like, always get along, or not every woman is like somebody you should be allies with or friends, but it's like a respect of like, she's her, she doing that's her own thing. Like I might not resonate with it, but if it's something that's hurting the collective of women, or you're participating in that, it's like, well, you might as well be an enemy too, bitch. Not for a sake of, oh, because all the men or all the that. Please. Half the time these women be fighting over some old whatevers. Hey, you know what I mean? Like men that ain't even worth all that. Like they got I seen this meme, it's so funny. But like crying over a dude that got one outfit. Like stop. Or don't even wash their ass daily. Like, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's not fight over these. Yeah, for real. No. Mm-mm. Women be like, whole person could have a whole bunch of kids and a wife at home, or a whole bunch of baby mamas, and ain't committing to one of them, but you crying over this one dude, like as if he's going to commit to you. Like, sis, stop. All right. Third house with communicate. Thought, socializing, communication style, learning the mind, early education, siblings, interest, short trips, and language. Some of you guys, some of your antagonists are your siblings. Some of you, if you have siblings. For others of you, it's like the antagonistic energy is like based off, again, like what your wisdom, your beliefs versus theirs. It's petty shit. Ugh, it's so petty. So what's the turning point? This is a really long this is a really long reading tonight. Crusty dust, not crusty dusties, Tawanda. The turning point, a major shift or decision that will redefine the path, your path moving forward. What will redirect or accelerate the alignment with our destined paths that we can all resonate with in our own unique way? What does that look like? Oh, okay. Two of Swords. When you start trusting yourself more, when you're not fighting and going back and forth with yourself, like, oh, is it this? Oh, is it that? Like when you stop doing that, that is how you know. That is how you know that you are on the right path to being in alignment with your journey a little bit more. Um, so redefining your path, it looks like confronting yourself and being like, okay, sis, bruh, let's get on one accord with ourselves. Like, how do we see ourselves? And this could be like mirror work for real. It could be mirror work. And taking into consideration, if you struggle with the energy of, or the spirit or the energy of comparison, if you struggle with the energy of caring about what people think about you, because that can kind of technically fall into the spirit of comparison. caring about what others think about you, how other people see you, motherfuckers that don't matter. Let's say that. And what I mean by those that don't matter is people that don't have your best interest anyway, and probably don't really like you, or their problems are not really with you, it's with themselves. Like things that it's just like you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion don't matter over here type energy. Versus like take into account also of the people that do matter. I know if this person that is truly, loves me unconditionally, really has my best intentions, has been a support system to me. I know if this person is saying this about me, that is something that I do need to work on, or this is something that I need to learn to embrace and love about myself. And if I can't learn to embrace it, why not and deal with that? If it's something that they're saying that I might need to work through within myself, something that they're calling me out, not calling you out like in a negative sense, but like, friends or sis or bruh, daughter, son, whatever. I don't like how you're allowing these people to take advantage of you. I wish that you would, stand in your truth, stand in your power. Like you're such a great person. Why would you put up with that? That type of energy rather than going, girl, you stupid as fuck. I wouldn't even talk to him no more. You're dumb, blah, 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 blah. That's a little more harsh. It's like bully energy. Uh, but no, like, and I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like sometimes I take the way that I talk to myself sometimes is not always kind. So when I talk to other people, it's like that frustration of like, no, I want you to understand, I want you to get it. So like if I talk to myself like, like, why the fuck you doing that? You're so like that was stupid. Rather than saying it like that, it's like, like you gotta love yourself a little bit more. Like you deserve more better treatment than that. Why are you subjugating yourself to this type of treatment? There's a difference versus saying, oh, you're fucking stupid. Why are you doing that? You're so dumb. You'll never get it. That's not healthy, right? So I feel like the mirror work, mirror magic might not be so literal as like looking into a mirror and saying, I love myself. I'm so amazing. And you're just like, but I don't feel like it. It's more so of a like stepping outside of yourself and looking into yourself. Stepping outside of yourself and whatever the projections that people that don't matter place on you, looking into that and saying, but how do I really see myself? And then looking into the people that really love you, how do they see me? And find that middle ground of you finding yourself and saying, I choose to adhere or listen to the people that matter, and finding my truth in that and saying, you know what? Yes, I do need to work on that. I'm going to work on that. I am working on that. Um, or yes, I am a good person. I am a beautiful person inside and out, and I do deserve a better treatment. I am stronger than this. I can do this. I got this. They're right. Finding that within yourself and saying like whatever these people talking about, that don't matter. That's their problem. Moving on. Change of focus. That mirror work. Let's clarify with the oracle. So this is the moment that you realize, like, I'm making a breakthrough. If I can do this right here, I'm making a lot of progress. This is the turning point in my journey. Why is this a turning point? Because this is the freeing of the shackles. This is freeing yourself of that servitude energy. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. Mixed blessings. So mixed blessings, I feel, and there's another animal. It looks like a little piggy. I want to watch Charlotte's Web. I seen that at work today. They had like somebody was trying to flip through the movies and they stumbled upon like I'm like, why don't y'all press it? I want to watch Charlotte's Web. I don't need to be watching the movies at work. But anyway, I love that movie Charlotte's Web. The original one, the cartoon. It's really old. But mixed blessings, I feel like this kind of going back to the Two of Swords, that mirror magic, that mirror work within yourself, where the mixed blessing is being able to sit with the uncomfortable stuff. So, like the naysayers, the haters, the word curses that may have been spoken over you, and you took those on and believed them for yourself, or the word curses you spoke over your own self. versus the blessing of I do have people that love me though, or if it's just one person, and that person energy is a reminder of who I am, the beautiful parts of who I am, and the parts of myself that I need to work on, the goodness, the grace, the gratitude, the thankfulness that a person that really loves me will be able to be real and raw with me and want me to better myself, want me to free myself, want me to embrace myself, and work through whatever's blocking that. That is a blessing. So it may seem like it's a mixed blessing because, yeah, the shadow to the light, you got to go through that door. You got to walk through it. So it is technically overall a blessing, but it might seem like, oh, well, this is a blessing and this is a curse. But no, that shadow energy is a blessing too, because it helps you to see the light, or at least seek to find the light, rather than just being like, oh, well, that's it. Or, oh, I ain't never going to have any problems. No haters. That, again, it's delusion on both sides. You got to have balance. Okay, one more clarifier and then we're gonna move on. This is a really long reading. Oh my god. Or message, I should say. What's the turning point, the breakthrough, the climax here? Or the turning point. The caretaker came out again with the Cancer card. Again. So this right here, again, you have loyalty, emotional depth, sympathetic, moody, tenacious, protective, nurturing, familial ties, hypersensitive, sense of home, ruler of the fourth house. When you tap into these energies, that emotional depth, that addressing your emotions, maybe dealing with family ties and addressing those things within yourself, being very sensitive to your own energy, your own emotions, and protecting and guarding yourself, or focusing on who and what supports and protects you. This energy, like as you're sorting through all of this is a part of that breakthrough, that turning point when you're dealing with this energy. And Cancer, I think we had like Cancer's energy with a Cancer full moon, but I think Mars and Cancer were conjunct of each other earlier this week. If they're not still, I don't think so. I'm not the best with astrology. But let's see what's the climax, the moment of realization, mastery. What are you destined to discover about yourself? What are you destined to discover about yourself? And this is for the collective spirit. um Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, your level of perseverance. What you're going to discover about yourself is that you need people, but at the same time you don't. And it's like those that are a part of your soul tribe, it's like you'll see what significant role they play in your life. And also the relationship that you have with yourself reflects those healthy relationships that you have with others. I feel like it's a little more deeper than that, but with the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is all about understanding the power of where your energy flows and goes, seeing it as a currency and seeing the seeds that you plant with the energy. So if I plant the seed of doubt and insecurity in myself, I'm going to get more experiences with people that are not necessarily going to be the best connections, right? Or I'm going to maybe continue to have a mixture of like those good connections, but I'm still having those issues time and time again with people that are not for me until I get that lesson. If I plant more seeds of self-security, belief in self, love of self, um, that perseverant spirit, you're going to see the fruits of your labor in that, and the connections that you have around you, and the relationship, most importantly, you have with yourself by you planting these seeds. Because it is a divine currency. Your energy is, you have the Knave of Swords at the top of the deck, which is the Page of Swords. You're going to learn, it's like a willingness to learn more, maybe even learn more about yourself and who you are. You see the reward in that. It is a rewarding energy physically, like materialistically, tangibly, but also spiritually on an internal level too. Clarify. What is this that you're destined to discover about yourself? It could even be like a humbling, like, you know what, I'm human at the end of the day. All those times that I was so hard on myself, all those times that I didn't see my worth and my value, at the end of the day, I'm human. Possessiveness or sharing. Yep. The choice. Energy. So the destined energy is really based upon the seeds that you plant with yourself, that you have been planting. Because I'll put it like this. If you're trying to plant seeds in your garden and start fresh and start new, or you want healthier connections or a healthier experience with yourself, but you still got weeds in your garden that you have not even dug up out the dirt and pulled out of the way, aka things that still need work or things that need to be removed out of your life, if you have not done that, trying to plant these new seeds, it's not going to bear the fruit that you're seeking. It's going to, those weeds are going to stop the progression and the growth until you deal with them. You know, and even further, when you're planting those negative seeds into the ground with those weeds, you're not working through it, you're not going to progress either way it goes. So it's like you got to deal with the deeply rooted things and plant those healthy seeds so that they can grow, you know. So it's either this energy of you're going to hoard, you're going to allow a certain energy to take power and possessiveness over you, or you're going to overgive, overshare, or you're going to take possession of your own energy and value and worth and share it in a balanced, healthy way. All right, let's see what else. Astrology cards. Okay. Aquarius energy with the diplomat. Okay, it says inventive, original, opinionated, analytical, distant, intellectual, humanitarian, friendly, tolerant, outgoing, ruler of the 11th house. So for some of you as well, this, what you're destined to learn about yourself is that you actually are, again, the swords energy, air energy in the tarot, the militants. Okay, if you are the military of the divine light love confederation, you have to accept that within yourself wholeheartedly, with dignity, with truth. And for some of you may discover that you're creating a new path for yourself. You find that self within you that you have yet to tap into. You may have been putting yourself in a box. Okay. Very time sensitive energy, because we are coming into Aquarian energy season of that. So this could be something that you guys are working through now, or going into that season that you're working on these things within yourself. So, all right. How are you going to leave a mark on this planet? You know, what is the mark that you leave? What is your contribution? What is your ultimate legacy? Yeah, your story, your stamp, your that you leave on this planet. What is that legacy of contribution that you're going to leave in this lifetime? Okay. All right. Your contribution. How will you be remembered? Basically, your contribution. All right. Wow. The lovers. The lovers card. So this could be a relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic either. For some of you, yeah. And I feel like as an overall, the type of the love that you left, the memories, the experiences that you left in people's hearts, your contribution is your love, your heart. It's a choice to say, I'm going to show up in this way, a choice to say, I'm going to, you know, commit and dedicate myself to the people that I love, you know, loving what you do as well. That could be anything. So that's the contribution. That is what you're going to leave, you know, a profound, you know, it's like a memory, an impression on the soul, on the heart, the love that you gave and extended to people, the experiences. That's what's going to stick. Okay. For some of you, yes, it is a love story. But let's pull some oracle just to clarify it. Okay, what's that contribution? Security. And this is, oh, I can't see. Goddess of childbirth. So it could be a union, a relationship. For some of you, yeah. But again, that love, that place of peace and harmony. So you are going to find your soul tribe. You're going to connect with them. For some of you, this is about a relationship as well. That maybe you're destined to have a child with. Could be someone that has the letter E, or you could have the letter E as your first initial. Okay. I also see the name Lennon or Liam. All right. Thank you for your divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity. Thank you for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Lessons with Earth. So it's a recognizing that this, again, I'm on this plane, I'm in this life, this existence to learn a lesson. This is my school, okay? And they may feel like they've learned a lot of lessons from you. The people that you're going to have a profound effect on their lives, on their hearts. They may talk about like how you talk, like if you were to have um a funeral or a memorial service or something, it would be, so and so, she or he, they left this beautiful, mark, like this beautiful like stamp, this beautiful, I cannot get my words out. Like if I was to give a funeral speech, this person, she was such a beautiful person in my life. And I remember I was going through this heartache with a boyfriend or my whatever, this person in my life. And she taught me how to value myself, how to love myself. This person, I don't know, like it could be something like that. Like they helped me to learn very valuable lessons, or they taught me a lot about life, or my mother was a great teacher to me, or my father was a great teacher to me, or my brother, my sister, my cousin, or my mentor. They were someone that taught me love and how to love myself, or something along the lines of that. So you have reorientation, awareness, 3D experience, schooling, duality, human condition, reality, practicality, physical body, nature, stability, and mission. So in short, I probably didn't do that justice, but yeah, I can't even get my words out. So that is the profound effect that you're going to have on the people in your life. That is how they're going to remember you. That is that stamp, okay? So let's go ahead, and I think we have one more, and then I'm done, and I'm gonna get into the ritual. Okay. And put this back. Okay. So last but not least, guidance on how to carry forward the lessons of this reading. So what is it that you can focus on now to pretty much align fully with your destiny? Up until this point, not saying that this is the only thing, but up until this point, what can we take from this? What is the advice? Actually, let's switch up the deck. Deck. So, let's pull this. I think this is the Moonology deck, but it's like a different version of Moonology, so I don't remember. Okay. I pick up all the time. Oh no. Maybe like, I wouldn't say all the time. Hold on, let's see. So annoying. I annoy myself sometimes, for real. I be annoying myself. And child, yeah, goodness. Come out. Come out. There it is. Okay. Not do nothing. I don't feel like they don't want you to do nothing. Let's clarify that, Spirit. What you talking? For the collective of those who are meant to receive this, self-regulation. So do nothing when it comes to do nothing when it comes to trying to control things outside of yourself. But when it comes to self-regulation, by all means, that is where your focus should be. And this could be something around a Taurus moon, full moon, new moon in Taurus. You could be a Taurus moon sign. Um, and I told y'all, as a Taurus person, I can bully myself sometimes. I have a tendency to do that. So it's not the most healthy way to approach it. It's not. Um, so I do have a tendency to overextend myself. Okay. I have a tendency to bully myself. So I would take the healthy approach of like a Taurus energy, and that's just being practical with yourself, being honest with yourself. It's not the most, like, I wouldn't say be overly practical, but do take into consideration, you got to be honest and real with yourself, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a bully towards yourself, pretty much. Okay. All right. So let's see. I don't think we have anything. Not sex and section. Oh, yeah, it's gonna hold certain words, like, you know how YouTube is. Yeah, you know how they get down. So, but I probably do need to hide your message because, yeah, that word, they don't like that word too much on YouTube. So that's the reading, you guys. Last but not least, we're gonna get into the ritual here. So let me get my timestamp. So we've been on here for, it says 122. I'm gonna have to convert the time in a second. I'm not gonna do it right now. Okay, so for those of y'all that stuck around, thank you so much. Or if you guys are watching this after the fact, thank you so much. Where is it at? Okay. So I do have kind of like a tarot thing that you guys can do, but I'm not gonna do it on here. But just so you guys know, if you want to do this on your own, you can. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't have any illustrations up here for y'all, so that just excuse that, because I usually have my material. So if you want to write this stuff down, I'm assuming that you guys, if you've been on here long enough, you guys will know that I give you guys, like, the materials that you need, the steps and stuff like that. So if you want to document it, write it down, you guys can do that with me. Okay. So some of these things can be, you know, preference, where you can, like, let's say for instance, like a candle size, um candle color. It's really all about the intent. So the purpose of this is just to help you align more with your higher purpose. How do I align with the transformative energies this year, with the year of the 9? What do I need to complete? What is it I'm mastering? How do I, like, encourage myself? And this is just like the magical way. It's not meant to be the complete fix. You got to have practicality with your spirituality, as they always say. So for divine insight, you can use like a gold candle, you can use a silver candle, you can use a purple candle, but you do, if you want to incorporate the candle, I would encourage you to choose colors that kind of help you to connect. And one candle that's like, as I always say, is the clear quartz of candles is a white candle. Can't go wrong. It's, set that intention to tap into the divine light. You can call in your divine team to protect you, be around you, signal that energy out. Or like I said, it could be gold, it could be silver, it could be a purple candle, something that kind of relates to, you tapping into the spirit realm. Um, so you need, of course, a piece of paper and a pen or journal or notebook, like could be a little notepad. But I would more so suggest if you're going to write, get a journal, because you want to journal the reading that you're going to pull for yourself. And if you don't have a tarot deck, that's okay. You can just exclude this. But I wanted to do that extra. That was something I wanted to add on there. I'll get into that towards, the end of my materials. So, if you want to get into the herbs, you can. You don't have to. Like I've talked about this in the past. Like sometimes if we put too much stuff in our candles, it affects the burn in a way, or it upsets the flames in the candle, and then the glass is all black, and you might think that, oh, it's because something's negative. Like, no, you just put too much shit in there. So you can do that. That's intentional or optional. Um, Spiritual cleansing. Okay. Spiritual cleansing is very important. I would actually say that this is something you should do first. Before you do any intention setting, burning any candles, do a spiritual cleanse and wash on yourself. And it's not to say that there's something negative on you or about you or anything like that. It's just, you know, before you tap into certain sessions and things like that, you always want to cleanse your energy, whether that's water, whether that's a spray or mist, or smudging yourself down, or visualization. You always want to cleanse your energy before you start this. But I'm more so getting that this spiritual cleansing is more so for you as an intentional way to get into the vibration and energy of newness and starting fresh. Some people might argue the time frame of doing that, like, oh, this wouldn't be the right season to do it. But we're already in the year of the 9 anyway, so why not? I feel like just use your discernment and when you feel guided to do it. So that's up to you. Um, and then of course you're gonna need a tarot deck. If you have one, get your favorite tarot deck. If you don't, just ignore this. This part is optional. But for those of you that want to participate in the tarot spread that I created for this particular ritual, pull out your faves, okay? Oh, thank you. So, sacred space, cleanse yourself first, cleanse your space, make sure you're in a good energy, right? You're not upset, you're not taking on the energy of chaos, things going on around you, this person, that person, noise, when it's a calm time and space that you can do this, okay? Um, then what you're gonna do after you cleanse yourself, however you feel guided to do that, you can invite your divine team in to help you and assist you, your angels, your ancestors to be side by side, divine spirit, Holy Spirit. You can light your candle. Make sure you leave your candle somewhere safe in a sacred spot as well. Okay, so environmentally safe space. Okay. And then a space that is sacred where it's not going to be, tampered with or monitored and, by other people. So you can light it and say, I call upon my divine team, my divine guides. Um, Guide me to align with my highest purpose and destiny and path. The year of the 9, utilize it to my highest and best capacity. Whatever. Okay. You feel guided to say. So take a moment to reflect on the themes of completion, or what is it that you want to complete. And this is where your journal comes in. You can reflect and then write what it is that you want to complete, or what the energy of completion means for you. What is the goal of this year? And don't make it so pressuring or time constricted. Just be honest with yourself and say, this is what, I would like to see complete for me. This is where I would like to see mastery. This is where I would like to be wiser. The energies and themes of the number 9 and of the hermit too. You can equate that in there or add that in there. What is it that you're ready to release? What chapters are you closing, or what chapters are you ready to close or feel ready to close and want to close, are closing? What lessons do you feel like have prepared you thus far? Where do you feel like you might still be learning or want to learn? So write these things down. And you can put like, this is what I'm releasing this year. This is what I'm closing out. You can section it. However, I'm not going to tell you how to journal. Y'all can journal however it resonates with you. And then you can write out what are your intentions for your destiny, and you can write this on a separate piece of paper. Preferably, me personally, when it comes to things that you're going to release. So if you're going to write it out on a journal just so you can see it and meditate on it, but if it's something that ritualistically you want to release, you can set an intention with a candle to do that, or with a piece of paper, like a small piece of paper, and burn it or bury it, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And setting intentions, like what is it that you want to see for yourself? You can write that down on a journal so you can see it for yourself and meditate and reflect on it, but you can also set intentions to allow that to come into your space, into your life. So, you can say affirmations, I'm ready to step into my divine purpose, or whatever it is, right? I don't have a piece of paper up here. Dang it. Where's my notebook? I don't feel like getting that. Okay. Just roll with it. Just roll with me, okay? Let's visually use our imagination. If you are writing out what you wish to release, fold it 9 times, but make sure every time that you fold it, you're folding it away from you, because you're releasing it. You don't want it. Anytime that you are calling in an energy, you fold it towards you. In this case, you can do it 9 times, just because that energy around the 9, you don't have to. But if I was setting the intention around the energy of, the number 9 is the year of the 9 and completion energy and higher wisdom and learning and purpose and path, like calling that in, I would do the 9-time fold and pull it towards you, pull the energy in towards you that you're calling in, what you're releasing, you point it out, not facing you. Okay. So when you're done doing this ritual, and you could put your intention paper like on altar space or underneath the candle or something like that. Um, or you can even write the intentions in your candle. You could do that. When you're done doing this, make sure that you cleanse out your space. You wash your hands, or whatever you feel guided to do. So let's get into and you want to thank your guides too. I always forget. It's not good. Your guides, your ancestors, source, God, Holy Spirit, whomever you're working with that's guiding you and assisting you and even protecting you, supporting you through the session spiritually, to thank them. Thank you for, um, connecting with me, surrounding me. I thank my higher self. I thank my divine team, so on and so forth. So let's get into the tarot aspect of this. And what did I do with it? Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try my best to, I probably should have, okay, I'm gonna just explain it. So you got your tarot deck, right? And this is only for those of you that want to. This is only for those, can't I talk? This is only for those of you that want to incorporate the tarot part to it. And this, I would say, get your journal too. Like if you're going to do a spread for yourself in the way that I'm going to explain it, you want to journal it. So set the intention around your tarot deck. Of course, you can cleanse it, purify it. Um, take the focus in your hands of the Hermit energy or the Hermit card, visualizing the Hermit card in your deck or the intentions around it. So it can be wisdom, my destiny alignment, blah, 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 right? The Hermit's lantern, illuminate my destiny, my path, or the Star of David, or the Polaris, star, guide me, whatever. So what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle your deck, focusing on your affirmations and intention that you just spoke over your deck, okay? And you're going to go through your deck, or you're going to pull until you get the Hermit. You're going to pull until you get the Hermit, okay? You're looking for the Hermit in the deck. So the Star came out first. 10 of Wands. The Magician. The 6 of Wands. Okay. And you're going to just basically pull him out and put the cards back on top. So I'm going to show you. All right. Where are you at, Hermit? There he is. Okay. Found my Hermit. Going to take him out. Put the cards that I had before I got to the Hermit. Put them on the top. And I'm only going to pull 9 of them. If you don't have enough that came out, that's okay. Pull from the top until you get 9 cards, right? So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have my 9 cards out, right? Those 9 cards, once you get them and you set them to the side, starting with the Hermit card, you're going to read it down in order. Your first card that you pulled after the Hermit, that represents the light, the wisdom, or the gift that illuminates your path. Second card is going to represent the challenge, the potential obstacle to overcome. The third card that you pull is your hidden gift, something unexpected that supports your destiny. Card 4 is your lesson, a key teaching you from this year of the 9. What is the key thing teaching you this year of the 9? Number 5, the 5th card that you pull, a spirit guide, an ancestor or angelic ally assisting you. That's what that card represents. The 6th card represents the next step. What is it that you can focus on immediately to align with your purpose? If y'all want me to read it again so you can write it down, I will. The 7th card is, what is it that you need to let go of or release in order to move forward? Okay. 8th card is the vision, a glimpse of your higher purpose or long-term potential. And lastly, card number 9 is the lantern, the energy that will carry you forward throughout this year and maybe beyond that. Okay. So sit with the cards that you pulled, try to interpret them, read them, if you have somebody that divines and you don't mind calling them up or hitting them up and saying, hey, what do you think this card means for this placement in my reading? And make sure that you journal everything. Keep record of it. Okay. I'll read it again, so make sure you guys have it down for those of you that want to participate in this. So again, you're going to shuffle your deck with the intention of the path of the Hermit, or the intention of, the lantern being the light and guiding you on your path and your destiny, illuminating it for you, the wisdom, the lessons, the purpose, the destiny, the path. And then once you've shuffled your deck with that intention in mind, stop and keep pulling until you see the Hermit card. Take the Hermit card out. Keep the cards that you pulled until you got into the Hermit, and only take the 9 from the top. So if you happen to get to the Hermit before you even get to the number 9, or it could be less than that, say like you only got 2 cards and then you got the Hermit, pull the rest from the top of the deck. Okay, because these are here for it. They're an intention behind it. That's how they came out. They came out that way vibrationally for a reason, right? So I'm going to read it again. So card number 1, this is not the Hermit card, but this is the card that you pulled before the Hermit, before you got to the Hermit. And if you happen to have pulled the Hermit first, same thing, put the Hermit to the side and pull 9 cards from the top of the deck. You need 9 cards additional to the Hermit. straight from the top of the deck or before you got to him. That makes sense, right? So I hope I'm making sense. Thank you. So the first card again is going to be the light, and this represents the wisdom or gift that illuminates your path. The wisdom or the gift that illuminates your path. Second card represents your challenges. So this is a potential obstacle to overcome. Card 3, your hidden gift. Something unexpected that supports your destiny. Something unexpected that supports your destiny. Number 4, card 4. A key teaching from the year of the 9. What is something that is a key lesson that you learned or are learning or something that is being taught to you now in the year of the 9? Card number 5 is the guide, which is a spirit guide, an ancestor, or some sort of energetic ally assisting you. Okay? This could be, of course, God. And feel free to interpret the message like, okay, whom and what in what way are they supporting or assisting me? And then card number 6 is the next step, which represents what they can or what can you focus on immediately to align with your purpose? What is it that you can focus on immediately to align with your purpose? Like a here and a now focus. Card number 7, the release. So, what is it that you need to let go of in order to move forward? Okay. What is it that you may need to let go of or do need to let go of? I would say point blank clear. What is it that I need to let go of in order to move forward? Card number 8 is the vision, a glimpse of your higher purpose or long term potential. A glimpse of your higher purpose or long term potential. Okay. And card number 9, the last card, the lantern. The energy that will carry you forward throughout the year. What is the energy that is going to carry you throughout the year? And that's what concluded. Yeah, that concludes the read, I believe, or the session. So make sure that you journal what insights you get from your own pool because that is what's going to um be something to like sit with, yeah, that's something to sit with, and it might be good to even like keep that on record so you can come back and like read it all over again, um reference it again towards the end of the year, when maybe December or maybe December 31st, um 2025 before 2026 hits. This could be something to revisit and like, see like, oh wow, that was something I really did, learn or something I did have to overcome. This was insightful. So I'm gonna leave my cards out because shit, I'm doing this with y'all. I'm gonna sit with this. I like this a lot. And make sure y'all give me credit. If y'all gonna like post this shit or share it with somebody else, you gonna tell them who sent you. If you're gonna do it on your own channels and stuff, because people be stealing content and they don't want to say, "Hey, I was inspired," But yeah, like feel free to share it. I'm not gonna gatekeep it. Obviously, it's live, but I just would appreciate if you're gonna share it that it is noted who assisted and who gave you guys this spread. Okay, so I had a good time. I enjoyed this live a lot. This was one of probably my longest ones. Maybe not as long, or it probably is just as long as last week's, but I enjoyed this. So I hope you guys did too. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the love in the chat as well. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna close this thing down, you know, and yeah, I was trying to think. Is there any? No, it's not. That was everything. So yeah, that was just a little extra thing. You guys don't have to do this if you're not into the tarot and stuff. And if you have, because I know some people that don't even have tarot decks. They have oracle decks. If you have an oracle deck, find a card that kind of reminds you of like the Hermit or something, and like do the same method, but just with oracle. Sometimes that might be a little bit better, like I don't know. I would, let's say, this is more like high priestess energy. I'm just use as an example so y'all can see. I know I'd be extra sometimes. But let's say this knowledge card is your hermit card or something like that. And you're shuffling until you get that specific card with the intent of like, okay, I'm going to find my lantern, my light. Maybe even, this would kind of be like a moon card. There is all moons in this shit. But yeah, I would like choose a card that represents the hermit and I would shuffle it until I feel guided to stop and then pull until I see the hermit. And once I see the hermit, I'm going to keep the cards that I pulled before it, leave the hermit like card out. And then if I need to pull more cards to get 9 cards total, not including the hermit, right? This is like off to the side, but just like the other cards until I get 9, there's my spread. Something like that. That's only if you want to participate. And for those that only have oracle decks or resonate more with oracle decks than tarot. But yeah. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's the reading, y'all. I appreciate you guys for popping up, coming through. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I know it's late. Let me get my assets off of here because y'all know I can talk sometimes, like when I get into it and we going flowing. But no, I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. So thank you guys so much for joining and popping up with me. And if you watch it after the live, thank you guys. Showing love, showing up. Thank you. Yeah, and if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you guys can find me on my website. I have audio readings as well on my shop, or in the booking section, you guys can book phone readings with me and coaching sessions. I do have to go. It's literally 12 midnight here. And yeah, I can't stay up that late. Probably, but I shouldn't be on here that late. I need to take my ass to sleep. I'm gonna try to go to sleep, but if not, I'm gonna just chill for the rest of the night. I'm gonna read my little spread I got here because I'm gonna do my hermit spread too. Okay, I'm gonna participate because I like this and I want to like see what it says for me. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Much love. I'm hopping off for real this time. You guys be blessed, be safe, take care, and enjoy the rest of your night, your day, your evening, wherever you guys are in the world. Peace.